And now, making his third or fourth appearance, right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Cambridge's own Jimmy Tingle.
I like it better red. They want me to take the sign down, Mike. Sorry about that.
Hey, that was pretty smooth, Tink.
Well, I've been lifting. How you doing? Nice to be here tonight. So what's been going on? John Tower can't be Secretary of Defense because of womanizing and drinking. Now, folks, I saw this guy on television every night for 3 weeks, and I think it was the women that were drinking. Now, I believe in a strong national defense, but I don't think the American taxpayer's been getting his money's worth when it comes to ththese weapons. I mean, the Trident II nuclear submarine tested a rocket 3 weeks ago. This rocket cost $26 million to build. The rocket went up in the air for 4 seconds, did a backflip, landed in the ocean. 26 million bucks, up in the air, 4 seconds, backflip in the ocean. You know, folks, for 2 mackerel, you can get a whale to do the same thing. I'm saying, why doesn't the Navy use whales, strap nuclear weapons on whales and have the whales have like kamikaze whales? But see, the American public would never go for it. You'd have to sacrifice the whale in the process, and that's sad. But you know what's sadder than sacrificing the whale? The fact that the American public has no qualms about spending $26 million on a weapon whose sole purpose is to kill people we haven't met yet. All of a sudden, you throw a whale into the picture. Oh, come on, man, have a heart. The B-1 bomber cost $280 million to build. The third one crashed 3 months ago because it did not come equipped with de-icer. What? $280 million on a plane to protect the country, no de-icer? Come on, will you? I mean, a Volkswagen has defrost. For $280 million, you would think somebody at the Pentagon might throw in a scraper. And why would you build a plane to protect the country that you cannot use in the winter? If they attack, they'll come in June. We know how they think. Folks, this is the third B-1 bomber that crashed. Now, the first one crashed in September of 1987, hit a pelican and crashed. A pelican? Folks, I'm not a tough guy, but despite the sign. But if I was walking down the street and a pelican swooped down and, hit me in the head, I get back up. $280 million on a defense system hits a pelican and goes down. Folks, we don't need Star Wars. We need a big bird cage around the country. I don't know, $517 million they want to spend for the stealth bomber because it's a plane that doesn't show up on radar. Hey, if we need a plane that doesn't show up on radar that bad, why doesn't Bush just ask his good friend General Noriega if we can borrow a couple of planes he's been using to smuggle drugs into this country for the last 35 years? They don't show up on radar either. Then they tell us how crazy Libya is. The Libyans are crazy because the Libyans are building chemical weapons, and the chemical weapons are extremely dangerous and extremely inhumane, unlike our kinder, gentler nuclear weapons. The chemical weapon will burn the victim, whereas the nuclear weapon will level half a nation, providing jobs for the survivors. Chemical weapons, they burn the victims. Oh, what is radiation? Skin moisturizer? But the thing that gets me about these weapons, all the weapons we have, they're not that effective. You look at all the weapons, chemical weapons, nuclear weapons, the Army, the Navy, the Marines. What does the Ayatollah fear the most? A book. Folks, we should be building bigger and better books. That's what the strength of this country is. Yeah. Freedom of speech and freedom of expression. I mean, historically, that's why communist countries have always feared, they put political poets in jail. Poets? Wait a second, let me get this straight. You're a government and you're threatened by poets? Come on. When's the last time anybody in this room was jumped by poets? I'm not going into Cambridge. What are you, nuts? There's poets in there. They're crazy, man. They got pens with feathers coming out of them. They stay up all night with those berets on. Iambic pentameter. Ah! Shakespearean sonnets. Stop it! Stop it! They're ruthless. I mean, Czechoslovakia put a jazz band in jail. Jazz? Come on. East Berlin was all upset because kids were hearing rock and roll music through the Iron Curtain. Poland can't even have a union. We spend all this money on these weapons to combat a political philosophy, namely communism, that feels threatened by poetry, jazz, rock and roll, unions. If that's what these people are afraid of, the hell with the guns, the weapons, the death, the destruction. We can defend this country with papers, pens, typewriters, a few Berkeley students, a couple of Teamsters, Lou Reed, and Edgar Allan Poe's greatest hits. That's right. That's right. And the communist countries, they can retaliate. They can invade us with, like, national health care and affordable housing. Thank you very much.